So I'm back for a little bit. Thought I'd talk for a little bit about pre-op stuff because I'm going in for my surgery tomorrow morning at 5:30. Just got the call from the nurse confirming that, so very excited. Also more excited actually that today was my last day of work. I love my students. I love what I do, but I am excited that I get a couple weeks to just kind of take care of myself and catch up on some television and things like that. So lots of excitement right now. Downer part, bowel prep. I've been doing bowel prep, which sounds horrible, for the past 2 weeks, which basically consists of, for UC Davis, where I'm doing my surgery, I've had to lose weight before the surgery. Over the past couple weeks I've been working on losing weight. But for the 2 days before surgery, I had to do a bowel prep. And for gastric sleeve, all they've asked me to do is for 2 days before just to clear liquids. So I've had nothing for the past like 36 hours, except for Jell-O. I'm eating sugar Jell-O this time around because I need to get at least some calories in my system. So I'm having Jell-O with sugar, not added sugar, obviously, but sugar Jell-O. And then I'm having apple juice, grape juice, tea, decaf tea, green tea, peppermint tea. I'm drinking a lot. Water, and I've been drinking vitamin water, which some of it tastes like medicine, which I'm not really happy about, and the others are really good. That's all I've had to eat for the past 48 hours. I'm surprisingly not as hungry as I thought I would be on the clear liquid diet, which really actually shocked me. But I'm jittery because I can just tell I'm not getting a lot of protein. So yes, pre-op. That's what's happening. I'm going in tomorrow at the crack of dawn. I have to be there at 5:30. So my parents are coming over here to watch our kids while my husband drives me over, and I feel really bad because they probably wanted to cry a little at the 5 a.m. please be at my home timeline. But they all know they're actually being very supportive of this whole process. So they will be here with bells on to take my kids to school and stuff in the morning. Speaking of like people rooting for me versus people not rooting for me, I thought I'd talk for a little bit about negativity and like how I'm dealing with negativity in this whole process. I have had my share of people chiming in, and I know they mean really well. I know they mean well. They're coming from a place of love, and I get that. But as some of you who are doing this journey know, as soon as you mention that you're considering surgery, people, oh, what kind of surgery are you having? And I like to just say that I'm having abdominal surgery or stomach surgery. And I just mentioned that it's elective surgery, even though I kind of don't consider it really elective at this point. I kind of feel like it's something I need to do. But that calms them down a little bit. If I go into details and I say I'm having a gastric sleeve surgery, which I have, mostly the reaction is shock. Most people instantaneously will say, but, oh, you're not big enough to do that. Oh, no, doesn't that seem drastic? Haven't you tried dieting? That's my favorite. Haven't you tried dieting? Like, seriously? Why would I be doing this if I haven't tried dieting? Anyway, that one drives me crazy. And then I kind of feel like I have to justify myself. And I've had mixed feelings about that. It's been empowering to tell people specifically why I'm doing the surgery and why it's important for me and for my health. But at the same time, I also kind of find it a little bit belittling to have to prove to people that I'm doing the surgery. And like I said, I get it. It's come from a place of love. They're concerned. Surgery is scary. It scares people. I get that. But that has been a little bit obnoxious and frustrating. Most people, once I explain the reasons, they calm down and they become supportive. I have yet to have people flat out say, like, I don't support this decision, I think you're making a mistake, which I'm very thankful for. I haven't had any of that. But I definitely have had some curmudgeons who, well, I don't agree with the surgery, I don't agree with what you're doing, I'll be there, I'll support you, but, I just don't agree with what you're doing. And I get that. As long as people are there to support me and my family, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. They have a right to object. They totally do. And I think if I was in a different place, I too, if a friend came to me and said they were going to have a surgery, an elective surgery, putting yourself at risk willingly, I get where they're coming from. But at the same time, for me, I'm so comfortable with it. My husband's really excited and comfortable with it. My parents are really supportive and comfortable with it at this point. And really overwhelmingly, partly what's gained my confidence is my doctors overwhelmingly are comfortable and confident about it and excited for me and supportive of me. And insurance is paying 100% of my coverage. So those things alone show me that I'm not crazy, that this is something that is very good for my health and is the right thing for me to do. And so I take that as a good sign. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about how I deal with some of the questions. My biggest altercation, it wasn't really an altercation, that makes it sound like we come to blows. We never came to blows. But it was my trainer. I'm really close with my trainer. I've been working out with her really hard every week for the past 2 years. And I really appreciate her friendship and her feedback. She's a naturopath, though. She really believes in healing through nutrition and healing through vitamins and minerals and exercise, and I knew that she was going to be really uncomfortable with when I told her about the surgery. And when I told her, I wasn't prepared for the amount of shock that I saw on her face, and then it really shifted very quickly into kind of disappointment, and it almost looked like she was going to cry. And I don't think she was. There was other things that were going on, I think, that made her just a little more emotional that day. But she seemed genuinely really upset and concerned. And some of the questions she asked me, she's like, well, Nikki, if you do the surgery, you're never going to be able to eat there's certain things ever again. And I responded, and I just told her, yes, that's true, but if I was ever going to do a diet where I was going to lose 60 plus pounds, that's kind of a reality, regardless if I do the surgery or not. There are going to be foods out there that I might be able to taste, every once in a while and enjoy on a rare occasion, but I'm going to probably have to not enjoy them all the time. That's kind of what got me into this mess when I was a kid, which seemed to calm her down. And then she said, well, you're going to have to be on vitamins and minerals for the rest of your life. And I responded, I already take vitamins and minerals every day. So it doesn't make any sense. It's not a medication, it's vitamins and minerals. And I'm going to be taking them every day anyway, regardless of the surgery. And that seemed to calm her down. And then she said, well, your lifestyle, you're going to have to change your lifestyle. Your whole lifestyle is going to have to change after this. And again, I kind of reiterated the fact that if I'm going to lose 60 plus pounds and sustain that for a long term, regardless, again, my lifestyle is going to have to change. I'm aware of all those things. And once I kind of started saying those things to her, and granted, I really educated myself about this before I had the conversation with her because I knew she was going to have very good objections. But I felt it was really empowering to be able to really logically appeal to her and tell her my reasons. And at the same time, I gained her understanding very quickly. And she's more supportive than some of my family members. She's not like, rah, 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 let's do the surgery, because it's still against kind of the core of her belief about exercise and physiology, but she's definitely supportive, and I told her, I'm going to be coming back to work out at least 4 or 5 days a week. I've got to exercise. That's not going to be gone from my life. So she's already starting to put together routines for me and regimens and stuff, which I will share, by the way, with kind of ideas of things that I've been doing for workouts later on. But she's got a physical therapy background as well, so she kind of, looked at it in a different light and adapted the way that she was kind of perceiving my experience with it, and she's rolled with it, and it was probably the best experience I've had as far as getting a negative response and then turning it into a positive one. So I thought I'd share that just because I know a lot of you out there who are doing this are probably going through similar things, and it's not fun. It's not fun to have to deal with negativity. But on a lighter side, I'm having my surgery tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it, and I am scared. There was a moment there for a while last week when every time I looked at my kids, I wanted to cry because I was like, what if I die? And I had to look up on the internet and talk with some doctors about the statistics, and I think it'll be fine. I'm very confident that I'm going to be fine.